after party, it's what I be. I'm down to catch a body. I drop a gear, disappeared, and reappeared and dump up out the clutch, and then wheelie down the highway. I can't even say it like this dude said. Woo! My debut album featuring Hove, man. This is highway robbery. Hit the library. Busted the pinata. Busted the pinata, boy. He be snapping on this boy. You can't tell me he don't. Yo, this your boy Pete Camp. Here to come kick it with you about the J Electronica album, A Written Testimony. Let's get right into it. The first track was only 10 tracks, if you could say that, but first track was the intro. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan dropped some fire on you, and he let you know what this album was, the direction this album was going. He talked about black people being the true Israelites, the black people of America being the true Israelites and the true Jews and this, that, and the other, which kind of gives us segue into the second track, which was, this intro was some powerful stuff. If you don't mess with Farrakhan, I don't know, man, just give it a chance and stop listening to the hate first and tune in to what he's really getting at. But anyway, second track or first track, he start off with all you scared to death Negroes. His voice, man, somebody's voice get me. But they go right into it. You know what I'm saying? Hove start off the thing, and then you know, I thought the song was fire. Like the beat, Ghost of Soldier Slim, like the whole hookup was fire. Joe Budden say he got slapped around on this one. I don't think I agree with that. I think they went pretty much neck and neck on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they went pretty much neck to neck on this. It was back and forth. It wasn't even really no hook, but you know what I'm saying? Rosenberg got offended by the synagogues of Satan line, and, you know, Electronica cleared up later that, I mean, this is something he got from the Bible. So, it speaks to what the intro started off as, about black people being the true Jews or the true Israelites. Whether you agree or you don't agree, this is what he believes in, this where he coming from. You know what I'm saying? And so this what you getting when you listen to this album. So I don't get how you could listen to the intro of the album and then go on to be offended by that one line. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much know the gist of the album and where he's going with it. He lets you know right out the gate from the intro. You know what I'm saying? And the line that he was mad about, the synagogue of Satan want me to hang by my collar. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you the line from the Bible. I know thy works, and thy tribulation, and thy poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogues of Satan. Then here's Revelation verse 9. I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet and know that I love thee. This is what it is. I mean, he took a verse from the Bible and, you know, stuff from the Quran, and he flipped it into what's name. I ain't saying you ain't supposed to be offended by it, but I'm just saying you pretty much know the gist of the album that you're getting into when you start off listening to it. So, I mean, to make that a whole thing, but no, I ain't trying to be one to tell people what they should be offended by, but just saying, because if this wasn't for you, you should have turned it off after the intro. Just saying. And, yo, something fire about the Ghost of Soldier Slim 2, J Electronica produced that. He produced a couple of records on this album, which made me look through a whole different lens when I was listening to it afterwards. Like, that's fire. That's fire. He got a specific type of beat that he liked too, and you can hear it in this album. But going to Blinding, Swiss Beats, you can hear it right off the rip. I didn't like starting that beat. It was cool, but Hove still flexed on it though with, man, that rumper line, cold. You know what I'm saying? But I like how they was going back and forth. But I really liked when the beat changed. When the beat got smoother and it changed. Then you can hear Travis Scott doing his best Ye impression. I thought it was Ye when I first heard it. Like, I don't know, just saying. Anyway, just saying. But this reminded me of Shiny Suit Theory in how Jay Elect spit his verse. You know what I'm saying? How he talking about Hov was asking him what he waiting on, and then he went into he don't know I be up nights, and my sister need bread, she need rice. Da, 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 da. Like it was fire, but it reminded me of like a part two to Shiny Suit Theory. Like it sounds the same. They both hot verses for sure, but it sounds the same in that same vein that you know what I'm saying he be spitting on, and then the when you end like just just so we could pick you apart. Yes, I get that that's tough, a tough pill to swallow for cats like you know what I'm saying Jay Elect. A lot of cats, you know what I'm saying. Andre 3000. I listened to an interview with him where he said kind of the same thing. Like, you know, some people just have complexes about that type of stuff. But just saying, Jay Elect, it's tough to be as confident as you are and then still come with those type of lines like you scared for us to pick you apart. Well, yeah, we're going to pick you apart when you say you one of the greatest, you one of the coldest out here, but we can't get an album from you every 10 years. It's going to come with the territory. I'm sorry to say, like, you got to bite that pill, bro, and just let us get the music, man. The more music we get, the more we going to feel you flex, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fine. But it's just how it go, man. You got to bite that pill. But and then this one was another track that was never mind. Yo, so the never ending story. Electronica and Jay-Z, produced by The Alchemist. This was fire. Fire from both ends. Like this was one of the I felt one of the classic albums. I mean, records on this album. Cause you get classic Jay Electronica on this. Like the way he start in and rhyme, just this whole rhyme cadence is nasty, man. When it come to doing what he do, and this what I felt like get lost in making it a Jay and Jay collab album is people kind of get to rest everything on Jay-Z rather than Jay Electronica. But I feel like when you get in the album and you really look at songs like this, you really can see that. Like, Elect hold his own. He does more than hold his own. Like, because, come on, bro. He was going off of this. Off of Lee Ming Yan. Man, I wish I could remember the rhymes that he was saying to. I tried to listen to it, like, fresh to, you know what I'm saying? And then Hov was snapping, too. Like, they both snapped on this one considerably. And The Alchemist came with the fire beat. But this something where Joe was like, he doesn't like the percussion on this album or the lack of drums. But this is what I expected from Jay. This is what I expected from Jay Electronica, because this is the type of album that he gives. The no percussion, the different type of beats. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got like different styles of beat. You got like Jeezy. Then you got like Jay-Z. Then you got like Jay Dilla, Common type beats. Then you got like Jay Electronica type beats. You know what I'm saying? His is even more a step past Jay Dilla. Not to say it's better or not better, but it's because he does stuff like this where he give you beats where they ain't got no percussion to it necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But it's still hip hop type beats. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Common, you could, you know what I'm saying? Here is the light that shines. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is like more mellow. It's like you can't really rock to it as hard as you want to. But if you listen, it's nasty though. It's nasty. And this is what I love from Jay Electronica. And the cadence and how he flex on the beat with just the way that he starts and goes through the storyline and ends a rhyme is just, it's magical to me, man. You can't get that from nobody else like he does it. You just can't get it from nobody else like he does. This track, definitely one of the best on the album, is fire. Now, Shiny Suit Theory, one of the hottest songs on the album. But It's also one of the hottest songs from the last 10 years. This where I felt like I got kind of disappointed, even though as much as I love hearing this song, but I was like, yo, it's only 10 songs on this album. Scratch that, it's only 9 songs on this album. Because the first one is an intro. Then you got this one. From 10 years ago, I've been banging this song. And I love it. This is classic J Electronica, classic Hove. Like they both showed out on this. The hook is nasty. It's amazing. It's produced by J Electronica, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that until just recently when I looked it up. But to give me this on this album after 10 years, it's like, you can't use this. You can't use this song. As much as I love this song, you can't use this song, bro. You cheated with this one. That means there's only 8 songs on the album for me to freshly listen to. And that's subpar for you, man. It's subpar. You got to step your game up. You got to give us more to listen to, man. And I hope this sparked something in you to keep making music. Because this ain't... you can't recycle songs like this, man. Though this is one of my favorite songs from you ever. You and her, it's like it's unfair. It's unfair, as you say. It's a highway robbery. You know what I'm saying? But it's still like, yo, you can't use this one, man. It's been 10 years, bro. I want to hear something else. And not only that, give me some more songs. At least give me 15, man. At least give me 15 new songs. No intros. If it's gonna be intros, then give me 2 intros that'll make it 17, and then give me 15 songs. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. I want to hear more from you, bro. More from you. I gotta hear more from you for you to boast and brag like you what you say you is. But we still know you what you say you is because just look how you flex on the rhymes that you flex on. I ain't taking nothing away from you, but I still got to throw in my little 2 cents because, bro, come on. All right, so Universal Soldier. It's kind of offbeat. I like it, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting with myself over the beat, whether I thought it was that hot or not. It was a good effort, but it was above average, but it wasn't my favorite song on the album. Just that beat was just kind of like a little off, a little distant, you know. But you ride with it. You get into it as you listen to it more. You know what I'm saying? And I did get into it the more I listened to it, but it's not the one that I go back to faithfully. Even with the verses, like the verses was both solid, but I don't you know, like lose my mind over the verses that they both spit on this one. So good song though. Good song. Yeah, so flux capacitor or flux capacitor. The beat grew on me. It grew on me. I hated it at first. I don't know why I hated it. But like about the 4th time I listened to it, I was like, this beat is high, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was Michael Jackson stuff, so I was trying to look it up and see like what Mike had did, what sample they got Mike on. Then I found out it was Rihanna. Blown mind. Blew my mind. Rihanna sample? Oh, it was nasty though. And then to find out J Electronica produced it was crazy. But how you can produce this track and can't hold your own on it, I don't know. Cause I mean, but I get it. Some beats I done made beats before, and some of them you can ride the beat better than others. He could not find out how to ride this one. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He did not know the way. This one he got washed though, for sure. Like Jay definitely stepped in and showed him how to do it on this one, because he was lost on some. He was trying to throw the Honorable Minister Farrakhan in there and all that, but bro, you got to make them rhymes weave together to do that. You can't use Farrakhan to get you out of everything. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, it didn't happen on this one because you was in a hole somewhere. You needed saving. Jay saved you on this one. On this one. Not the whole album, but on this one, he saved you. But overall, I love the beat now. I don't know why I hated it at first, but I mess with this song. I just really wish Jay Leck would have came harder on this. Like he really lost it on this one. But moving on. So Fruits of the Spirit was J Electronica only. Surprising. That's what's up. It's that beat from the sample that my man's used. I'm gonna think of it anyway. But no Jay-Z on this one. Good. About time. Do something on your own. But he held his own on this one. Wasn't my favorite. You know what I'm saying? I think it's because I heard this sample so many times before. You know what I'm saying? That has just grew on me over the years, where it's like it's not as fresh as you would think it would be, but it was a good flip. You know what I'm saying? No ID did this one, but yeah, it was a good bounce back after getting washed on flux capacitor for sure. Like you bounce back on this one for sure. Wasn't my Like I said, wasn't my favorite on the album. Didn't stand out too heavy for me, but good rebound to flux capacitor or capacitor, whatever. Yo, Ezekiel's Will, boy, you don't cut it all the way out. This one right here might have been the best song on the album. I don't know. It's a fight between this one and the last song on there, but this was fire. Jay Electronica produced it. Jay-Z was on the hook, not the verses, but the hook was fire though. You know what I'm saying? Feeling on me right now. Feeling on me right now. He was killing, you know what I'm saying? But dog, these rhymes on here, for y'all that say Jay Leck can't hold his own, come on, bro. You nuts. You nuts if you say he can't hold his own. He held his own on his own song right here. Now, granted, we would have liked more of this, but I'm just saying, man, like, this is what I expected from Jay Leck. You know what I'm saying? I expected the rhymes like this, because that's what he do, man. And he do it so well, unlike anybody that, can't nobody rhyme like this dude. Not in the form and fashion that he does it. Everybody got their own style. Nas got his style. Kendrick got his style. Jay got his style. There's so many people that got their own style. Biggie got his style. Pac got his style. Their own style of rhyming. This is signature Jay Leck. And he just bodies it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, hold on. It could be the dance floor or your building lobby. It could be the Lagos, Seattle, or Chicago hotel lobby, grinding out the party. It's what I be. I'm down to catch a body. I drop a gear, disappear, then reappear, and dump up out the clutch, and then wheelie down the highway. I can't even say it like this dude said. Woo! My debut album featuring Hov, man. This is highway robbery. Hit the lottery. Busted the pinata. Busted the pinata, boy. He be snapping on this boy. You can't tell me he don't, man. And you ain't gonna hear nobody rhyme that like that, dog. You just not gonna hear it, man. And that's why I love this dude for what he do. I still got some discrepancies because I wish he would have gave me more of this. 15 songs of this at least on this album. I wish he would have gave me albums throughout the past 10 years. We've been waiting on this, but either way, this right here was enough for the wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan, man. I can't help it. Yo, so last track on the album, APIDTA, fire. Hov is on the hook. No verse from Hov on this one, which is good. And Jay Leck showed out on this one. He showed out, man. That's what he do on these type of tracks. Once again, something that did he produce one? No, Crunk produced this one. I don't know, but it was fire though, bro. It was fire. Like, if this song ain't make you almost cry, like, I don't know, you might ain't have no feeling left in your bones. But this one definitely had me think. I heard this one through the grapevine, I don't know if this is true, but people say that him and Jay did this one when Kobe died, so shortly after Kobe died. And if so, it's definitely worthy of that without even speaking directly to that. You know what I'm saying? It just speaks to everybody that lost somebody. And this one for me was heavy. This is why this one was like maybe it's the best track on the album to me, because it just take you down through there. But man, the way he just do what he do, man, on this, like, my eyelids is like levees, but my tear ducts is like glaciers, because I contemplate creation. The salt that heals my wounds pour out my eyes is like libations. Like, he be just going into a frame of mind that most people don't have, bro. And transforming that into lyrics is the way that he does is just cold, man. This is what I was looking for from Jay Elect, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad he came with it. But overall, contemplation of the album, I have to just say that I wish you would have gave us more songs, more of this, you know what I'm saying? And I have to say less of Hove. I would have liked to hear less of Hove so that people can't crutch Hove to you on this album and say that you're not worthy of doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, this is what you gave us, so that, like, we have no choice but to compare it in that manner. And I know you got mad at Joe Budden and was like, Joe was like, I hated this album. Which, you know, he be ranting off and going off in his little rants. Cool. I don't really believe he hated this album, but I believe he hated it because of what we've been waiting on for 10 years from you and haven't got. And then we get this, which is only 8 songs of product for us to go off of which Hove is on like every song, like almost, you know what I'm saying? And some songs, it's just like the last 2 is just in the hook capacity, but still Hove is on every song, which is like a big crutch to have. So it's like you can understand this dude's disdain for where you coming from with this. But the thing I got a problem with, Jay Lick, is when you say you ain't never had a classic album for me to compare this to. So basically you can't speak on it. You don't have a classic album for us to compare this to. You got mixtapes, bro. You ain't got no album, no classic album out here that we can really go off of. Like, this was fire, but it in essence, it ain't your album. It's a shared duo album, to be real. But it's fire. I still think it's fire, but at the same time, my man got a point. Joe got a point with that, what he's saying. And the thing is, even if Joe, yes, he spit in the past. He's an artist first, and then he's turned into this, guy that gives his opinion on podcasts and this, that, and the other. But that's what he does. He's gonna give his opinion on your music when you post it out. That's what he do now. So, and I don't care if it was Joe or if it was just me. When you post it, I got the right to say what I want to say about it. Like, it's now dubbed for public consumption, and for me to give my raggedy 2 cents opinion on it or not to, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we gonna do. People are gonna give their 2 cents on everything you do because you set the bar that high. And I know it makes y'all not want to do music anymore, and I hate that. But that's the world we live in, bro. That's just how it go. If you don't want to be critiqued, don't post it. Don't post it. But if you're going to post it, there's some vulnerability in doing that. And you got to expect the good with the bad. Now, if you can't take the bad, then just don't read it or try to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? But cats like me is going to give you do what do is where just do is do. And I thought the album was fire, man, but I've been listening to it, you know what I'm saying? I keep replaying it. That's how I know I really like it. But at the same time, I am disappointed that it was only 8 songs. One of them was a 10-year-old song, which shouldn't count in a new body of work. And we need more from you, man. We need more to chop up and listen to and bug out to, man, because this is, no matter what people may say, how Jay crutched you on this one or whatever, and Joe talking about he slapped you around. I hope did not slap you around on this album, bro. That was like ridiculous for him to say. I don't even, but I think he was just in his feelings about waiting this long for this product. I feel like if we was gonna wait this long, we should have got like a double album from you, like going crazy, like snapping on everybody and just doing you, you know. So it is what it is, man. All in all, still a fire album. I'm gonna continue bumping it. Jay Leck, keep doing what you do, man. This your boy P Camp. Hit the button. You better hit the button. I'm gonna hit the button. All right, man. Camp stamp. Your boy P Camp putting the camp stamp on it. Like it, love it, subscribe, like, share it, all of that. Do what you got to do. Get at your boy, man.